After 17 long months, today, vaccinated Americans can again travel to Canada. You're looking live right now at the Peace Arch crossing. You can see the line there in Blaine of Americans wanting to get over the border. So we want to bring in Q13's Brandi Kruse this morning. Brandi, this is something both Democrats and Republicans have been pushing for a long time.
Yeah, and certainly pushing for Canada to open up things on their side. But also remember, Canadians cannot come into the U.S. yet. The U.S. kept pushing their deadline back as well. And now that's not happening until August 21st. So I guess we'll call this a trial run of Canada letting in vaccinated Americans who present to them a COVID test. But gosh, this has been a long time coming, certainly for folks, especially families that have been separated by the border, this closure, 17 long months. I talked to a family down in Puyallup last night that is looking forward to seeing their daughter in Canada, but has been disappointed so many times. You know, got ready to take a trip and then the border closure got pushed back. Got ready to take a trip and then the border closure got pushed back. We're going to be hearing from them throughout the morning today. And I will also say, Travis, this is something that faced a major hurdle at the last minute. The union that represents Border Patrol officers on the Canadian side went on strike on Friday. They've been working without a contract for 3 years, and really they had quite a bit of leverage to finally get that contract done, given that the border was going to be reopening on Monday. Even on Friday, when they went on strike with far less volume going across the border, there were long delays for those who could. And so certainly the Canadian government had to act quickly to reach a deal with that union, which it did just a few hours after that strike began.
So, Brandi, while I have you, I want to ask you, with the Delta variant and the cases rising in a lot of areas, should we be worried that the border might close back down?
I mean, absolutely. You know, we've seen everything with this pandemic comes in ebbs and flows. And so, you know, we still, as I said, we're still a few days out from the U.S. reopening the border on our side. There's nothing saying that they might change that. They might not change that decision at the last minute, given some of the case counts. I know that there are, as you mentioned earlier, Republicans and Democrats who are working very hard to try to prevent that from happening. Of course, economically, this has been disastrous for communities on both sides of the border that rely on that cross-border tourism to thrive. And so not only do they have the economics of the pandemic to worry about, but they also have the economics of, you know, the other side and the other country not sending people over. And so it's too early, I guess, to say. We can't predict anything, but like I said about that family in Puyallup, we're going to be hearing from throughout the morning. You know, they never believe, I think, 100% that they're going to get across that border until it actually happens.
Yeah, with somebody who has family in Canada and haven't seen Grandma and Grandpa in a while, I understand this. Brandi, thank you very much.